I think the best way to start playing The Sims for me is to go right to create a sim and get a character that's right for my story. You're not going to hurt the sim. You're not going to break the game. It's got a lot of controls. Try them. See what they do. In a short amount of time, you're going to get something that you like. It's really, really easy to be creative in The Sims. I mean, you do it and you don't even know you're doing it.
If you're playing the game for the first time, I think the easiest scenario is 2 adult Sims living together in a house. Get one of them a job and have one of them make friends. You get too many Sims in a house and it's just chaos.
There are 6 kinds of Sims, 6 aspirations that a Sim can be.
Popularity Sim. I want to meet someone new. I want to meet someone new. They're never satisfied with the number of people they know.
Pleasure Sims. They want to go out to a party. They want to go on a date.
If you leave them at home, too, like a popularity sim, they're going to be bummed out. Unless you have, like, a really sweet pad for them where it's got, like, DJ booths. And then there's the wealth sim. They just really want to buy stuff.
When a wealth sim isn't happy, they might show up on the street panhandling for money.
We have knowledge Sims. Knowledge Sims are really cool because they're just about learning. It's a really great idea to have one of the parents at least be a family sim, because then they're going to get a lot of aspiration out of being at home and being with the family.
The romance sim. They might even be married and they'll be like, you know, I really want to meet someone new in a romantic way.
Family Sims and romance Sims, maybe not the best marriage.
It's very easy to get a sim a job. You just go to the newspaper or you go to the computer and you look for a job. You might have to settle for something you don't necessarily want for your sim if you want to get them right into the workforce.
I think the best way to get a job is to get a little money together and get that computer.
The other thing that's important is that somebody's going to need to be making friends, inviting lots of people over, throwing lots of parties. The number of friends that the family has is sort of a cap to the success that you can have in the workplace.
In the jobs panel, you'll see all the skills that they know and what level they're at, and the ones that they need in order to get promoted to the next one will have a little circle around them. And those are the ones you should spend time on if you care about getting promoted. You got to meet those skill requirements, and then you got to send that sim to work in a good mood.
Sims make friends relatively easily. You don't want to rush it too fast. Something that the game does, it gives you access to relationship building activities a little bit before they might be guaranteed successes. Oh, I can hug somebody right now. I'll just go right up to someone and hug them. And okay, you're moving a little fast for me.
Make a good environment for the friend that you're trying to make. You know, have some food around. Have a nice TV for them to watch. Make sure your sim's in a good mood first. It's a fun, gamey little system, but it's based on stuff that's true.
The key to really making good friends is use the phone a lot. Another really good thing to do is to get people into a group object. So finding the activities that get a bunch of rewards for your sim simultaneously is really sort of the key. The hot tub is incredible. You can get 4 people in there at once. They get comfort, they get a little bit of hygiene, fun. It's incredible. Hot tub is definitely the way to go if you can afford it. Under the pressurized situation of having your Sims date, you can make bad decisions.
It's one of the few times in the Sims when you're sort of under a time pressure. You've got to have a good time with your date before the date runs out of time.
If you think that the kiss is going to be the killer move that just, like, puts your date score over the top, you better hope it gets accepted, because if it gets rejected, you are done.
There's no trick to getting a car. You just got to get the money. But remember, you got to put a driveway down first. You can't just buy a car if you don't have a driveway.
Go into build mode, and there's this connector piece that connects to your road, and you just put that down right next to your road. And then you just grab a car in buy mode and stick it down on top of that. One of the big tricks is this big gelatin mold. You don't have to prep it, you don't have to do anything. You can just pull out gelatin after gelatin after gelatin. So if you don't have time to do anything, that's really the best way to go. My number 1 tip for you is that you should become a vampire. You can sort of stay out all night, you don't have to worry about your needs, and you can just party. The way to become a vampire is to schmooze the grand vampire. Chat them up a little bit, they're eventually going to just try and bite you and turn you into a vampire. It's a good lifestyle.
You could play as a character that doesn't want any of your Sims to be happy ever. Your Sim wants to buy a nice set of furniture and you decide to delete everything in his house instead and see what happens to him.
It's like dropping in on a sitcom.
No matter how weird you are, you're still just a normal person and everyone loves you.
There's so many different ways to play The Sims 2 that the possibilities are almost endless.
Dynasties.